Howdy folks, well as always there is something new added to this game's every single level, and this time we have this little kind of machine dog. It's kind of like a little pet as it were, and it's very powerful. It can pack a very powerful bite. It can send off essentially bombs, well sort of mortars.
12 o'clock.
And also other weapons too. So at the minute we're in magnetic view, and this is pretty much just so we can see the targets, cleared the current area, and through this level you go through lots of different camps. Now at the minute we're going to be showing you some of that use of this, what's it called, Warhound. And that's the mortars hitting that enemy vehicle at the minute. And there you go. Threat is neutralized. Exactly, I don't know why they sent us along with it, he says. Because I'm pretty much just there giving the orders. It's very, you know, I probably use the gun on this level about 3 times. Just a case of marking the targets and choosing whether you just basically hitting the mortar. And there are quite, like I said, there's quite a lot of these camps now. What I decided to do is, because there are so many camps which are in a similar situation, I suppose, to this, it's a case of just hitting the camps and then with the Warhound. I decided to cut some of the combat short. I showed every single camp in this video, but just cut it a bit shorter. And this was the other weapon that it packs. You actually guide this with your mouse. I don't personally like using that as much because it's just kind of like a manual version of a mortar in a way. So, like I said, next camp now, this is one of the many. Just taking out the chopper. This was some very close combat coming up in the... There we go. So next up we're in this hangar type thing. Well, it's more of a building than a hangar, but anyway. The little guy can walk anywhere really. And believe it or not, we actually use the Warhound in here too.
Sir, that's a Soviet attack sub. Yankee glass.
Guess they're not all retired. I don't like where this is headed. 3 o'clock.
So again, progressing through this level using the Warhound mostly. I mean, when you've got a weapon like that at your disposal, you're not going to risk your own life, are you?
Cover, I'm moving. On the move. Machine gun there. Big gun right there.
On this part of the level, when I kind of just ducked out to try and use my gun, you just got completely heavy fired, so I don't know what I would have done without the Warhound on this one. This was an interesting level because it seems like I don't hit the chopper, but when you watch the chopper you see the smoke coming from it and the slight explosion. It seems that I did, so I think I managed to work that. So next up we're just destroying some choppers with a machine gun. Relatively easy to do this was. you've got a lot of cover, so the chance of you actually getting hit and taken down is very minimal. So some really heavy fire with some automated turrets here, and it was a case of healing some teammates on this camp. As I said earlier, it's just a case of moving through so many different camps, and it's just a lot of the same sort of thing. So instead of like giving you 5 minutes of each camp, I just took about 3 minutes of each, or even less rather, about 2 minutes of each. And there we go, healing our teammate. It was a very action-packed level, and out of all of them that I've played so far, this is probably the most difficult, even with the Warhound, because you were getting suppressed so heavily from the fire. This was probably the once and only time I used my gun. Soon we're going to be entering into that building. As you can see, I've cleared a lot of the building out. And now it's just a case of going into that building.
Overlord Hunt, we're at the target. Need a hand with the door.
So I've just gone down the stairs from that door now, and then we see this.
Too big to be storage, huh? Overlord, you seeing our feed?
And what do? We blow it up with some C4 and get the hell out of there.
They're pinned down! Warhound's hot! Hostile with an RPG! I'm moving! We're under some pressure here! Hostile down! Fall clock! Taking heavy fire! Moving to clear! Crack one! Got one! Moving Warhound!
And this brings us to the end of the level, folks. So again, as always, I hope you enjoyed this. It was a pretty fun level to play, just unfortunately the only thing I didn't like about it was a lot of the same sort of thing over and over again.
Target is destroyed. We're headed back in.
And here's my score.
I've got a feeling we're just getting started.
There you go. See you folks, bye bye.